I have a new grandbaby that's going to be coming in the next couple months. She's due the first week of August. And so I thought I would try to make a little baby sandal. Now, this was actually from a video from a channel. Her name is Emmy, and her channel name is Hectanuga1. I'm gonna link her video below, but I am gonna give this sandal a try. And so I just wanted to show you 3 different ways that you could adorn your sandal. I'm gonna try making a flower. I've ordered some Minnie Mouse buttons that are coming today. And then I'd also like to make it with a pom-pom. So it's gonna be a little bit different, but the basic sandal is one that I actually got from her. I hope I can make it look as good. And I hope that you'll join me. So this sandal today is not really a tutorial on how to make the sandal. I'm gonna link her video in my description so you can check hers out. But I'm gonna just show you how I make it, the colors that I'm using. Because I have a little girl, I'm making it with some pink and some white thread. And so I'm going to get going. I'm going to start off with a black sole. So I have 2 pieces of yarn that I'm going to be putting together. And so basically I'm just going to chain 7. Then I'm going to go into the second stitch from my chain, and I'm actually going to do 5 single crochets in that stitch. Next, I'm going to do a single crochet in the next 2 stitches. Kind of hard to see with the black yarn, but I wanted something dark for the bottom of the foot. Then we're going to do a half of a double crochet in the next 2 stitches. And then the last thing that we're going to do is 7 double crochets in the last stitch. And then we're going to do a single crochet in the next 2 stitches. And then we're going to slip stitch in this last stitch to join those together. All right, so there we go. There's the bottom of our little shoe, just like that. So we're going to chain 1 and turn this slipper around. Now we're going to single crochet in the next 5 stitches. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. Now we're going to do 2 double crochets in each of the next 7 stitches. So we're going to say 1, 2, you go in the same stitch. All right, so there's 1. Now, single crochet in the next 5 stitches. There's 1. Let's see. 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we're going to do 2 single crochets in the next 3 stitches. So right here, we're going to go 1, 2, 3. Let's see. And now we're just going to slip stitch to join right there. All right, there's the bottom of our shoe. So all we're going to do is just cut this off. Just like that. And we're just going to weave these little pieces in. All right, there's the little sole of my shoe. So now we are going to take another color. I am actually going to use white for this step. And this one we're not going to double. We only doubled this because it was the bottom of the shoe. So we're going to take this one and we're going to start somewhere where you're basically going to go around the shoe, and we're going to make a little back for it. So we're going to go somewhere around here, and all we're going to do is just do a single crochet all the way around, and you're going to come across and stop, and then I'll show you what to do. Now you want to look at your sandal and just see where it's corresponding across the other sandal. And I think that looks pretty good. So all I'm going to do is chain one, turn it around, and I am going to chain 7 rows. And this is going to make the back of my sandal. So I decided to do 6 rows around my baby bootie. And all I'm going to do is take a crochet hook, and I'm going to pull this little thread through, and I'm just going to tie it off. Just want to get it nice and tight when you do that. And I'm actually going to pull it through a couple of times. I want to make sure that it's secure, because this is where we're going to put our adornments on this little sandal. All right, nice and tight. All right, so there's our basic shoe. Now we're going to start adding our color to the shoe. So I'm going to take some of this pink yarn, and I'm going to start in the back, and I want to come together between the black and the white, and I just want to pull this pink yarn through, and I'm going to make a little border for this shoe. All right, now we're going to go all the way around the shoe and make just kind of a little edge. I'm just going to go between these, just doing a slip stitch. I'm just going to go between the stitches, and all I'm trying to do is add a little bit of color. I'm going to make sure I pull this between it so I can have a little extra way of tightening up this tail. Okay. They're not going to be 100% even, because you're really just trying to make a little edge. The edge is all you're going to see. See what I mean? Let me do a couple, and I'm going to show you how it looks. And there's our little sandal. Now, there's so many ways that you can adorn a baby sandal. And like I said, I've got some cute little buttons coming, some little pink and black and white Minnie Mouse buttons coming today. But one of the things I thought would be really cute is showing you how to make a pom-pom. So one of the ways I like to make a pom-pom, especially a small one for a shoe or something, is with a fork. So I leave a tail on the fork so that I have a way to tie these off. And all I'm gonna do is just make my little, put my little yarn all the way around this. I'm gonna go all the way around the fork. Make sure you got lots of yarn, because the more yarn you put on it, the fuller your pom-pom's gonna be. Now, if you don't want to go to the hassle of making your own pom-poms, you can actually buy these in the Dollar Tree, Hobby Lobby, Michael's, wherever, you know, they always have bags of pom-poms that you can do. But these are so easy. I don't know why anybody would ever do anything else. You know, you just take your yarn. You don't need a ton of it either. Just a little bit, and make your little pom-pom. So I think this is good for our purposes. So I'm gonna leave a little tail on both ends. I'm gonna cut it. And this is how you make an easy pom-pom. So I'm gonna push this yarn to the very end because I wanna make sure that it's all as thick as I can get it. All right, so this is one tail and this is the other. So all I'm gonna do is pull it through my fork, just like this. Just like this. And I'm gonna tie it together. Just like this. You wanna get it as tight as you can. And then I'm gonna show you what we do. So I'm gonna make a quick knot here. Now that's not as tight as your pom-pom's gonna be, but I'm gonna take it off the fork, and now I'm gonna put it around a second time so that I'm tying it on the other side. So I'm gonna take it here and take it here, and now I'm gonna tie it a second time. The tighter you can get these, the better off you're gonna be. Now, if I can do one more, I usually try to, just because, like I said, I mean, it's all about making these little pom-poms tight. We're gonna try to do this one as tight as we can. And we need to have a little bit of this thread left that we can, you know, tie it to our shoe, but this is gonna be plenty. We just have to have enough for that. Okay, so now all we're gonna do is, we've got our two little pieces to tie to the shoe. We're just gonna take our little scissors and we're just gonna cut all the little threads, just like this. And when these are cut, they're actually gonna hold this tie together for us. So you wanna make sure that you get as much of this yarn cut as possible. And that's it. That's all there is to making a pom-pom. All right, so all we're gonna do now is just kind of fluff it out, just like this. And it's not gonna be a round ball at this point, but what you're gonna do is you're gonna take your little scissors, you're just gonna trim around it until you get it nice and fluffy. The shorter that you make these little pom-poms, the more that they're gonna look like a little, I don't know what you'd call it, but they're gonna look more like a pom-pom. They're not gonna have these strings that are hanging. They're actually, see how they get to be more full? So you wanna just keep cutting around them until you get them kind of in the shape of a ball, the best that you can. And make sure not to cut these little edges, because that's what we need to tie these together. Look how easy this is. So let me get it all trimmed up and I'll be right back and I'll show you how it comes out as soon as it's done. This is gonna be adorable. And there you go, a little pom-pom. So all I'm gonna do is just tie this on. Now, I'm not gonna leave this one on permanently. This is just one of the samples I wanted to show you. But this is how the little pom-pom shoe looks. Isn't that cute? I mean, come on, that's just adorable. Now, if you really wanted to make it cute, you could actually do a big one and a couple little ones. I think that's so cute. All right, let me show you the next one, which is gonna be a flower. But now you know how to make a pom-pom. The second thing that you can do is some really cute novelty buttons. Now, I actually ordered these online. I thought they were so cute because it's a girl. I'm actually gonna be putting on some little Minnie Mouse buttons. The second thing that you can do is some really cute novelty buttons. Now, I actually ordered these online. I thought they were so cute because it's a girl. I'm actually going to be putting on some little Minnie Mouse buttons. So this is the little button right here, a little Minnie Mouse. Isn't that cute? And another thing that you can do is you can make a little flower and then you can put a little button inside of it. I'm going to make a flower and just show you how. They're super easy. All we're going to do to make a flower is just chain 4. Just 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we're going to do a slip stitch in the very first little chain here and just pull this little circle together. And then all you're going to do is make as many petals as you like. So these are so easy. You're just going to chain 4 or 5 little stitches. I'm going to do 5. And I'm going to put that right in the center of my flower and just do a slip stitch. 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm just going to do a little slip stitch, and there you go. There's 6 little petals of a flower. Now all I'm going to do is cut my yarn, and I'm going to put this little piece of yarn through this little hole and just pull it together. I just want it nice and tight. So all I'm going to do is just, I want this little flower on my shoe. So I'm going to pull this right through the very first stitch. This is so easy. I know it probably looks a little hard if you're not used to crocheting, but you know, a lot of crochet is just, you know, doing the things that you kind of learn how to do through the years. I started crocheting, believe it or not, I was 16 years old. So I'm gonna just tie a little knot. I'm probably gonna do 3 knots, just like that. And I don't care so much about pulling all this through. I don't want it to show on the front of my white, and it's not going to. And then I'm just gonna cut this off. Okay, alrighty. Now you could leave your little shoe with just a little flower if you want to. Or you can put a little pom-pom in the middle of it with a little flower. The other thing you could do is take an alternating color of thread and make a smaller flower. That might be kind of cute. But I'm going to put my little Minnie Mouse button right inside of it. Just like that. And this one I am going to weave in. So I'm going to go ahead and work on the other little sandal. If you've got little bells or pearls or whatever it is that you want to put on your shoe, you could do that. I may put this little pom-pom on the back. I haven't decided yet. I don't know. We'll think about it. Right now, I'm really happy with the way that came out. So I'm gonna probably put a little bit of like some tissue paper in it, just because I'm gonna be giving this as a gift. I want it to kind of stand up a little bit. And let me do the other one and I'll show you how they both come out. Well, these embellishments on these little slippers just came out so adorable. I ended up using the little Mickey Mouse buttons, but you've got pom-poms to choose from, little bells, pearls, all kinds of things. There's so many things nowadays to decorate your crafts with. So thanks so much for joining me today. I hope that this was entertaining and helpful. If you have baby slippers or blankets or any kind of little outfits that you're making, just remember there's all kinds of really fun things that you can get either at the craft stores or make yourself to embellish your little baby products with. So if you're not a subscriber, please consider subscribing, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.